quite a few of you are aware of the following issue. Right beside the router, we easily see 50 megabits or more, but in the next room or two, we only see 15 megabits of the Wi-Fi reaching us. How can you solve a problem like that? Are there any tricks or devices? For today's video, I'll take you along my personal journey, even with before and after speed tests. One of the following two products by the brand devolo should be able to assist me with my mission. So today I'll be looking at the devolo Wi-Fi 6 repeater 3000 that can be had for 65 euros and upwards over here in Europe, and the Wi-Fi 6 repeater 5400 that goes for 100 euros and up. In today's video, I'll be going to show you how to quickly and easily extend one's Wi-Fi network. There are two ways to achieve this, and this is where we'll have to differentiate between repeaters and access points, or APs for short. Repeaters, as the name already suggests, repeat the Wi-Fi of your router and extends it to your client devices such as phones and laptops. This increases one's Wi-Fi reach. The very same objective can be completed with even higher speeds and greater reliability with an access point, or AP. Access points need to be wired to one's router, though, which might not be everyone's cup of tea. Often devices of this type offer both extension options, and so do today's devolo products. So at the end of the day, it's the user's choice whether they go for wireless or wired extension. What comes included with the repeater 3000? The unboxing experience is very simple. It's worth praising, though, that we see fairly environmentally friendly packaging without any plastic here. As far as what comes included, the repeater itself, a quick installation guide, a printed flyer for 12 months additional warranty, and our usual CE declaration, boring paper stuff basically. The slightly more advanced model, going by the name of repeater 5400, comes with a bit more stuff included, although it's all pretty much identical. Repeater, quick guide, flyer, CE declaration, but also a power supply, since the 5400 model, other than with the 3000, doesn't plug in straight to the power outlet as a whole. Now let's briefly fly over the technical aspects of both devices. Both support the Wi-Fi standards 4, 5, and 6, as well as 2.4 and 5 GHz radios, dual band basically. As far as streams are concerned, there's a difference. The 3000 offering 2x2 multi-user MIMO, the 5400, on the other hand, both 2x2 and 4x4. In total, in theory, we see noticeably higher data rates via 5 GHz. There's another difference between these two devices, however, and that's their amount of Ethernet LAN ports. The 3000 comes with only a single one, whereas the 5400 sports two, which sure is nice for a device of this type. What both offer is support for super easy setup via WPS functionality. And so we've now arrived at that part of the video where we talk about the setup process. Before we get into that, let's first check my current Wi-Fi reach and its speed. Right beside the router, I'm reaching about 60 megabits download and 40 upload. In my office, on the other hand, there's only roughly 20 megabits left of that, so there's definitely room for improvement here. Which is why I connect the devolo repeater of my choice to a power outlet. Right away, I'd like to let you know that the actual setup process and steps are identical with both devolo repeaters, which is why I'll only be showing you through the process with a single device, but I will conduct tests with both. Furthermore, there are several ways you could set everything up here. Let's start with the quickest and easiest method first. That is, if your router or modem comes with a WPS button. After having connected the devolo device to power, we'll have to wait about 2 to 3 minutes until it has fully booted up. That is the case once the LED indicator changes from red to a single green dot. Following that, you hold down the Add button for 3 to 9 seconds, and then within the next 2 minutes, press the WPS button on your router or modem. The router and repeater are now going to exchange their encryption keys and will establish a connection with each other. After a short while of automatic configuring, we'll be shown how strong the signal between the router and repeater is with the help of the 4-stage LED indicator in green. It's important to be mindful about the placement of one's repeater, though. It should be within good reach of your router or modem, yet close enough to the area or room you wish to extend your Wi-Fi to. The LED indicators on the device are very helpful to help find the ideal spot. Both shown repeaters today support the mesh technology, by the way, meaning that router and repeater share the same SSID and password, basically operate under the same Wi-Fi name including the password, so that client devices such as phones don't ever lose internet connection when moving from one room to another. And we are already done with this setup. Those of us, however, that do not own a router or modem with WPS functionality can go through the following manual steps. Provide power to the repeater of your choice, wait until it has fully booted up, then on your phone or laptop, connect to the open devolo WiFi network. Even here, we now have two options to continue, either by using a web interface in our web browser or make use of an app on our phone going by the name of devolo Home Network. We'll do it via the web interface for now. We'll have to type in the following address, 2.2.2.1. There's no need to log in just yet. The setup can be done in a few different languages. Now all we have to choose is the mode we wish to go with. Since we do not want to use any cables whatsoever for now, let's go the wireless route. We therefore select repeater. Following that, there will be a search for Wi-Fi networks. Now from the list, choose your network you wish to extend the reach of. Then make sure to enter your current network's password. Next, we can go through some user-defined adjustments. For instance, we are given the choice between in-band repeating and cross-band repeating. Since I plan on only extending a simple 2.4 GHz network, I'll go with in-band repeating. Last but not least, there's a quick summary, and by a simple click on the next button, everything will start being configured. After about 2 or 3 minutes have passed, everything will be done and up and running. You can connect to your Wi-Fi as usual. Even within the web interface, there's some information and settings at our disposal. We can check for connected client devices and even what channels we are currently on per band. Those that rather prefer not to use the mesh technology could just as well separate the Wi-Fi name along with the password. All in all, I'm positively surprised by the fact there's still quite a bit we can configure on our own here. For those that want to, that is. These days, a lot of users prefer setting up their network devices via apps on their phone. Even that is an option here and works just as well as with the web interface. I'd even go as far and say you're taken by the hand this way. For beginners, the app might as well be the easiest way of setup, except for the WPS method, of course. Even after having configured everything, there's plenty of stuff one can do within the app. A guest Wi-Fi for guests is an option as well. Those that know me are aware that I'm more so the type that prefers wired connections. Those of you that share my mindset just set up an access point, some sort of hotspot. By going with a wired connection, you will be able to achieve even higher speeds than with a wireless repeater setup. It's perfectly normal to lose out on some speed when going with repeaters. Needless to say, one could also connect several of such devices to each other. But now let's get to the unveiling, the moment of truth. Was the extension of my specific case successful between the router and the office? I'll remind you once more, with the router I measured 60 megabits download, 40 upload. In the office, there were arriving 20 megabits of download and upload of that. And that really showed as far as normal downloads and web surfing was concerned. Instead of those 20 megabits, thanks to the repeater 3000, I now measure almost 40 megabits, practically almost twice the speed. With a more expensive repeater 5400, I'm reading out even slightly more, and that's in fact 40 megabits and even more. I'd certainly consider that a success. Even with download speeds when downloading display drivers, for instance, or whatever, we see a major speed boost there. So yeah, sure, a repeater certainly won't be everyone's solution out there. There are different opinions surrounding this topic, and even I myself admit that I prefer wired access points, but in certain instances where routing cables is inconvenient or almost impossible, or even too ugly, a repeater by devolo, for instance, could become a viable option. What I find great is that with these products, you're not only limited to repeater functionality, but could also simply configure an access point. As far as I'm concerned, overall, I find the simplicity of the devolo Wi-Fi 6 repeater 3000 and 5400 praiseworthy and can recommend these devices. Thank you to all of you watching, and see you around in the next one.